Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
Have you ever wondered how plants make their own food? How do they turn sunlight into energy? Well, that magical process is called photosynthesis, and it's the reason why life on Earth exists. Today, we're diving deep into the factors that affect photosynthesis and how they determine plant growth. Stick around, because this might just change the way you see the world around you. What is photosynthesis? Before we jump into the factors, let's quickly understand what photosynthesis is. It's a process where plants use sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water to produce oxygen and glucose, a type of sugar that fuels their growth. Here's the equation for photosynthesis. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water plus light energy produce 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. This process happens in chloroplasts, which contain chlorophyll, the green pigment that captures sunlight. Now let's explore what affects this process and why some plants grow better than others. Did you know? Plants don't just need light, they need the right kind of light. When we talk about light as a factor, we need to consider light quality. Different colors of light impact photosynthesis differently. Blue and red light are the most effective, while green light is mostly reflective, which is why plants look green. Light intensity. More light means more photosynthesis, but only up to a certain point. Once light intensity goes beyond a limit, photosynthesis won't increase anymore. In fact, too much light can actually damage chlorophyll and slow down the process. Duration of exposure. Plants that get more sunlight photosynthesize for a longer time, but even they need a break at night for respiration. Example. Think of a sunflower in an open field versus a plant growing under dense trees. The sunflower gets direct light, so it photosynthesizes efficiently, while the shaded plant struggles due to lower light intensity. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is like fuel for photosynthesis. The more CO2 a plant has, the more food it can make, up to a point. The concentration of CO2 in the air is only 0.03 to 0.04%, which is quite low. If we increase this, photosynthesis speeds up. However, too much CO2 over a long period can be harmful. There's also a difference in how C3 and C4 plants react to CO2. C3 plants like wheat and rice keep increasing their photosynthesis rate when CO2 is added. C4 plants like maize and sugarcane reach their limit faster because they use CO2 more efficiently. For example, farmers sometimes pump extra CO2 into greenhouses to boost crop yield. Tomatoes and bell peppers thrive under these conditions, growing faster and producing more fruit. Temperature plays a big role, especially in dark reactions, which are the enzyme-controlled steps of photosynthesis. C3 plants, like wheat and barley, prefer cooler temperatures. C4 plants, like corn and sugarcane, thrive in warmer climates and can photosynthesize even at high temperatures. The temperature range a plant needs depends on where it evolved. Tropical plants have a higher temperature tolerance, while temperate plants struggle in extreme heat. For example, a rice plant in India grows well in warm conditions, but the same plant might struggle in colder European weather. Water, the silent player. Water is essential for photosynthesis, but not in the way you might think. Even though water is a raw material in photosynthesis, its biggest impact is on the plant itself. When a plant doesn't get enough water, its stomata, tiny pores on leaves, close to save moisture. But when stomata close, less carbon dioxide enters, slowing down photosynthesis. Water stress also causes wilting, reducing the leaf's ability to absorb sunlight and make food. Example. In a drought, plants like wheat and maize struggle because their stomata stay closed for too long, reducing their growth. The law of limiting factors. Why one factor can stop everything. Now, here's something interesting. Even if most conditions are perfect, one missing factor can slow down the entire process. This is called Blackman's law of limiting factors. Let's say a plant has plenty of sunlight and water, but the temperature is too low. Even with all the other ideal conditions, photosynthesis won't happen efficiently. It's like having all the ingredients for a cake, but forgetting to turn on the oven. Why understanding photosynthesis is crucial. Photosynthesis is not just about plants, it's about life on Earth. Without it, we wouldn't have food, oxygen, or the lush green landscapes around us. By understanding how these factors work, we can improve agriculture, fight climate change, and even explore ways to grow plants in space. So next time you see a tree or a tiny grass blade, remember, it's working hard, turning sunlight into life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your one like, share, and subscribe will help us create more valuable content. See you in the next one.